1. A financial paraplanner is tasked with creating training for new advisors. Which method best ensures engagement through adult learning principles? A. Memorization drills. B. Case study analysis. C. Timed recall tests. D. Rote repetition. 2. When evaluating the effectiveness of a client communication strategy, which metric best assesses comprehension? A. Number of emails sent. B. Client satisfaction surveys. C. Frequency of follow-ups. D. Volume of documents shared. 3. A paraplanner designs a curriculum for onboarding assistance. What is the primary benefit of using scenario-based exercises? A. Reduces workload. B. Enhances practical application. C. Increases page count. D. Lowers compliance risks. 4. Which communication strategy is most effective when explaining complex investment products to clients with low financial literacy? A. Technical jargon. E. Layered analogies. C. Regulatory excerpts. D. Performance graphs only. 5. In regulatory compliance training, what is the most reliable method to confirm understanding? A. Attendance tracking. B. Pre- and post-tests. C. Participant sign-off. D. Length of training session. 6. When mentoring a new paraplanner, which approach best supports adult learning retention? A. One-time lectures. B. Regular feedback sessions. C. Standardized handouts only. D. Independent study alone. 7. In curriculum development, which step ensures alignment with compliance standards? A. Reviewing case studies. B. Mapping objectives to regulations. C. Conducting peer evaluations. D. Increasing lesson length. 8. Which factor is most critical when evaluating paraplanner performance in client meetings? A. Eye contact frequency. B. Ability to simplify technical details. C. Length of presentation. D. Number of handouts distributed. 9. A client expresses confusion after reviewing a retirement plan. What should the paraplanner do first? A. Repeat the plan verbatim. B. Ask clarifying questions. C. Provide additional documents. D. End the meeting. 10. Which assessment tool best measures long-term retention in paraplanner compliance training? A. Final exam only. B. Quarterly scenario evaluations. C. Attendance percentage. D. Training completion certificates. 11. When designing continuing education for paraplanners, which principle ensures maximum engagement? A. Passive observation. B. Immediate applicability. C. Extended lectures. D. Note memorization. 12. During mentoring, what method best develops critical thinking skills? A. Encouraging reflection on case studies. B. Assigning rote memorization. C. Providing generic feedback. D. Reviewing manuals only. 13. Which communication technique most effectively builds trust with clients? A. Speaking quickly to show knowledge. B. Active listening or paraphrasing. C. Overloading with documents. D. Using only industry terminology. 14. In financial paraplanning, compliance requires accurate record keeping. Which tool is best for evaluation? A. Random file audits. B. Client testimonials. C. Self-reports. D. Meeting length. 15. Which adult learning strategy best supports paraplanners mastering new tax law changes? A. Memorization drills. B. Application through real client scenarios. C. Isolated reading assignments. D. Passive observation. 16. A paraplanner develops training modules. What ensures alignment with client-centered communication? A. Incorporating feedback from role plays. B. Extending the training duration. C. Using compliance-only examples. D. Providing identical scenarios. 17. What is the main purpose of formative evaluation in paraplanner training? A. Certifying completion. B. Improving learning during instruction. C. Measuring final outcomes only. D. Documenting attendance. 18. Which regulatory principle must a paraplanner emphasize in client education materials? A. Consistency with FINRA guidelines. E. Personal opinion expression. C. Marketing priority. D. Client entertainment value. 19. In a mentoring program, which approach builds professional judgment most effectively? A. Direct instruction only. B. Guided decision-making exercises. C. Reading compliance manuals. D. Memorizing ethical codes. 20. Which curriculum design feature supports ongoing regulatory compliance? A. Annual updates tied to law changes. E. Generic templates reused yearly. C. Isolated assessments. D. Reducing training length. 21. When delivering client presentations, what technique most enhances clarity? A. Visual aids with simplified explanations. B. Regulatory excerpts only. C. Lengthy text-heavy slides. D. Technical definitions. 22. Which adult learning principle is most critical in paraplanner peer workshops? A. Prior experience integration. E. Repetition of jargon. C. Passive listening. D. Extended silence. 23. What is the most effective evaluation tool for gauging paraplanner ethical decision-making? A. Case-based assessments. E. Attendance tracking. C. Opinion surveys. D. Lecture notes review. 24. A paraplanner ensures communication aligns with compliance standards by A. Submitting to supervisory approval. B. Using only personal templates. C. Avoiding regulatory references. D. Shortening all reports. 25. Which strategy best supports paraplanners in mastering curriculum content quickly? A. Self-directed projects. B. Long, unbroken lectures. C. Memorization lists. D. Avoidance of practice. 26. In mentoring, which feedback technique is most constructive? A. Criticizing without solutions. B. Providing specific improvement actions. C. General praise without detail. D. Ignoring mistakes. 27. Which evaluation approach best determines if paraplanners apply knowledge in client scenarios? A. Simulation-based assessment. B. Written summaries only. C. Attendance logs. D. Generic testing. 28. When simplifying complex retirement concepts, which analogy works best? A. Comparing to everyday budgeting. B. Quoting IRS code. C. Listing investment terms. D. Using acronyms. 29. A paraplanner creates a training assessment. Which format enhances critical thinking? A. Scenario-based multiple choice. B. True-false quizzes only. C. Copying notes. D. Fill-in-the-blank only. Artie, which communication method is most client-centric? A. Asking clarifying questions regularly. B. Speaking uninterrupted. C. Giving only printed brochures. D. Using only financial ratios. 31. To ensure curriculum effectiveness, which evaluation model is widely applied? A. Kirkpatrick's 4 levels. B. Generic grading rubrics. C. Attendance certificates. D. Random surveys. 32. Which principle supports adult motivation in learning compliance updates? A. Immediate relevance to practice. B. Memorization drills. C. Passive lecture sessions. E. Lengthy documentation review. 33. A paraplanner reviewing client files must focus on which compliance factor? A. Accuracy and timeliness. B. Length of documentation. C. Volume of pages. D. Personal preference. 34. In mentoring, which strategy best supports continuous improvement? A. Goal setting with progress tracking. B. Criticism without follow-up. C. Sole reliance on manuals. D. Avoiding feedback. 35. Which evaluation method best identifies paraplanner communication gaps? A. Observed role plays with scoring rubrics. B. Attendance-only monitoring. C. End-of-course surveys only. D. Written self-reflection. 36. A paraplanner designing curriculum for compliance should prioritize A. Regulatory alignment and clarity. B. Shortening delivery time. C. Marketing appeal. D. Reducing scenarios. 37. Which mentoring approach fosters problem-solving skills? A. Guided practice with real-life cases. B. Memorization only. C. One-way instruction. D. Ignoring learner input. 38. Which communication element is key in client trust building? A. Transparency and honesty. B. Frequent jargon. C. Excessive length. D. Avoiding questions.